Alrighty, hello, hello, hello. It is Saturday night, not Friday. Actually doing the stream now instead of my fun scheduling snafu yesterday. Cannot express how angry I was when I found out I screwed that one up, but I don't know, water under the bridge, I guess. But welcome all. Glad everyone who's here could make it. As usual, we'll be giving away a couple nice kits. We got a Disbay 3.0 nippers, I believe. High grade Crossbones X1 full cloth up for grabs that was donated by Noob Sauce Zero, as well as a 30-minute missions Alto White. So some good stuff up for grabs. Couple things before I start jumping into the chat and saying hello to everyone. Number one, please do hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't, so you can see those streams in the future. But if you enjoy these streams, hitting the like button definitely helps me out. And also, as usual, that live 10 code is active tonight. So if you were thinking about heading over to mechawarehouse.com and grabbing something, use that code, save yourself 10%. Helps you, helps me. It's good for everybody, I think. We got some good stuff in on Friday with the restock, so hopefully there's something there for you. But with all that said, let's get into it. I want to jump into the chat, say hello to everybody, and then we will get started. And I'm working on the left leg today. Hopefully we'll be either wrapping this up or getting close to wrapping it up by the end of tonight. So what's up, Dylan Dahl? Happy Saturday and happy October. It is October now. I feel like it changed overnight. Like the temperatures here in New Hampshire is probably like a couple days ago, really, but it feels like October now. What's up, Gunpla Viking? Robert Higdon. Just want to stop by and say hi. Haven't been to streams in a few weeks. Been busy with the kids. Good luck in the draws tonight. Enjoy the stream. Thanks, Robert. What's up, Spud Killer? What's up, Grayson Perkins? Cowboy S. Lawrence Tong. Lewis Wong. Kyle Dixon. Kyle Romano, thank you, Grim123567 for the sub. It's a Pockets, Travis Phipps, Studio WD, must be early while I'm working on my builds. Nice. Skazer4, what's up? Cole Smith, Spudkiller working on my Eagle Moss DeLorean build. Interesting. I haven't built anything other than a Gundam or, robot, I guess, in a long time. Maybe I should change that at some point. What's up, John Moorhead, the Supersaurus Rex, James Clark, Bruce Brown, Carlos Moreno, Paul, what's up? Hey, buddy, Rob the Builder, Chris C, Andrea C, Phil Majewski, Walter, what's up, Anthony Aiello, Erfig, Gunpla Stop, Jamie Cato, Paul, good evening, Nick, got my Nightingale today, nice. Glad that didn't take too long to get out. We only sent that out, like a day or two ago, I think. What's up, Stephen Lucas, Opaque Turnip, Chad Creamer, Hell Knight, what's up? Jay Punisher, Gojira, Orlando, what's up? Jake Lynn, any Halloween challenges? That's a good question. Be some good theme for some builds. Hell Knight, did you participate in the Gundam Online Expo at all? I grabbed a few kits. That's about it. What's up, Michael? What's up, Scott? Alex? Rybicki, what's up? Obertrop? Jake Lynn, I'm stepping back a little from building today to do some wood crafting. Dice Tower, nice. Very cool. Trinity, what's up? What's up? Fac? All you need are Gundams. I mean, that's true. Guillermo, oh my god, it's finally Saturday. Yeah, we got a false start on Friday. What's up, Tiger? What's up, Kyle? Foggy? Super Spike? I think I am caught up, so I want to get into building, because that's ultimately what I'm here for, I guess. And I'm looking forward to getting this thing standing. Hello, this is the first time I've been able to be back in a while. What's up, Universal Disney, and welcome back. Glad you could make it back. Okay, I need E13, 14, and F21. Sounds like they're excited here too. We got fireworks going on outside apparently. It's finished a MG Jin, looks great and articulates well, but too easy to build. Is easy a problem? I guess it is if you want to challenge. If you want something hard, from what I'm hearing, those new artifact kits are the way to go. We just got ours in on Friday. They just arrived. We were like mid-check-in on them. But I started looking up some reviews and stuff, and it looks like they are quite the challenging build. Tons of tiny parts. Fireworks, buddy. Where I'm from, those are fireworks. Those are like little neighborhood fireworks. I mean, artifact kit, gonna check it out. Yeah, they're like little, they're supposed to be candy kits. They're like 2-inch tall figures that you build. There's maybe like 40 parts per. And from the reviews, it looks like they can be kind of tricky because the parts are really small. So if you're looking for a challenge, it might be a good challenge, and they're relatively inexpensive too. They're only like $7-8 or something, I think. Hey Nick, thanks again for your time to do our interview yesterday. Hope to have that up late next week. Cool. I had a lot of fun. Glad we were able to make it happen. Got some small kits and a Gashapon machine at my local GameStop. Needed my nippers and used a pour marker to fill out some details. It was a fun, fast build. Cool. Very cool. Looking for the complexity of the build, like the ARC 78 version 3.0 had a lot of intricate parts. 3.0 was a cool kit. Ton of detail. It's also kind of a hand grenade when you go to pose it. But if you don't mind that, it's pretty cool. First run of artifact kits were like that too. Not too bad though. Had flashing on the pegs, which was annoying. Still have yet to see anything related to Gundam at the GameStops around me. I got RG full army unicorn, been too busy to build it, but I'm excited for it. That was a good kit. I built that one last year. A lot of stuff to it though. Be building weapons and accessories for days. Like I said, only tall geese I own is one from a machine. We got the real grade tall geese in recently. We got even more of them in for this week's restock, so here, that's a decent kit. Just picked up the ARC 73 3.0 today. Nice, Jake. Did you see the news that the Gundam Breaker Battle Log kits have already started showing up at Target stores? Pictures of them floating around on social media. I did see that. I think I saw that on social today. It's really interesting. I've yet to get my confirmations. Apparently, they're delayed for confirmations for this year, or not this year, but November, October, November, December. And I can't wait for those. I think early next week is the new updated timeline. So hopefully they get that squared away and I can get my numbers. I really need those numbers because I need to start figuring out if I need more space in the warehouse, and that will be a big driver of that decision, I think. Found it at a local Friday, MG EXS. Which EXS is the 1.5 or the old one? I know a lot of you guys usually build while you're watching. What's everybody up to tonight? 1.5, cool. I want to get those back in stock. I mean, I want to get everything back in stock, but I feel like that would be a good one to restock. Like DACA, need more space. Always need more space. It's like getting hard to put stuff on the shelves. We can reconfigure some stuff, I think, and make some room, but when we start getting our next round of shipments, I have a feeling it's going to stretch us a little bit space-wise. Oh, here we go. Custom H, just nice with the Verkar, X78, MG Death Scythe, good kit. Disassembling an Oreo McFlurry. That sounds really good. I know an Oreo McFlurry won't show up though, but that sounds delightful. Wangzong General, ST Charzaku, Hello Kitty, nice. We've got those in stock. Just put those up on Friday. It's got the FM Barbato 6 form, nice. Full Mechanics Bale, rearranging kits, MG Shenlong, nice. 3.0 Granddad tonight, trying to figure out how to tighten everything. Everything fits kind of janky. Yeah, it's kind of a hand grenade. Airbrush on Wing 0, nice. Building a Maganac for you to be happy, Nick. Every time someone completes a Maganac, an angel gets its wings, or something like that. On and re-sleeving cards. Charzaku 2, Origin Comet. We're here able to score some Breaker Battlelog kits today. Standing proportions on a Hazel Custom, cool. 0. A friend who found some Battlelog HGs in Target. I hear that's where they're showing up. I wish I'd get my numbers so I could get mine up on pre-order, because I'm sure if Target has them, we'll be getting them in pretty soon. But since we haven't been putting pre-orders up until we get confirmations, our pre-orders are going to be very short windows on those, I think. Yakushiki 2.0, nice. HG, Gundam Vidar, nice. PG00, awesome. I was finally looking at the order form for January through March, which we've got to submit, I think, at the end of this coming week. I just kind of handed it off to my wife to do all the crunching on, and I finally looked at it last night myself. Looks like PG Unleashed will probably be back around, which is exciting. We'll see that early next year again. To order a ton of those. Just purchased my first PG today. I missed what Target is getting. So apparently Target is getting the HG Battlelog kits like before anybody else. They started showing up in stores. Apparently it's a US first release or something, which is interesting in its own right. I'm a little annoyed that Target's getting them first, but there's not much I can do about that. Waiting to hear about a pre-order for the MG Virtue from you, Nick. We should have that information on the Virtues and be able to get those pre-orders up early next week once we get those confirmations in. That's going to be my first priority, is getting the order sheet ready to go and make sure we get our orders in for the next set, because obviously that's important and I can't miss that deadline. But then after that, my priority will be getting the pre-orders up for end of year stuff. Let's finish up the MG Aegis, nice. Only certain targets on certain parts of the country will get them. Oh, interesting. So Crimson Thunder. Today my local shop had a bunch of cool finds. Some Soul of Chogokin and rarish MGs, nice. Even Nick and everyone, what's up, XS Gunpla? Okay. B13A29. Just write an article how Target chartered their own container ships for imports to circumvent the shipping congestion going on. That's pretty smart. We were talking about this on our Zoom last night, And I think that some enterprising person with the money and connections needs to figure out alternative ports, because I think ports are a big bottleneck. And if you could find another port that might not be as backed up and can route stuff through there, there might be some money to be made. Nice restocks these last 2 weeks. Thanks, Joseph. We got some more good stuff coming for next week too, I think. Stuff that all arrived either late this week or like Friday that we're working on checking in, getting ready to go. This guy's been a while, but I'm working nights now, so it's hard to get on. No problem, Eric. Glad you could make it tonight. How you been, dude? Costco's finding smaller ships and ports too. Yeah, seems like there's some advantages to be had if you know how to play that game. I unfortunately don't have the resources to play that game. These dock workers are so overworked right now, I bet, yeah. How do the Bandai water slides compare to Delphi? I like Delphi better. The Bandai water slides aren't bad per se, but I think if you really like Delphi, you might be slightly disappointed, or like you'll notice a small difference, but maybe that's like the snob in me or something. Maybe other people have opinions on the difference between Delphi and Bandai decals. See the video of the 124 Freedom? I didn't. J plus K. See, when are piracies coming back? In the like off Africa, I think it is. Doing good. Glad to see you all are still here doing this. So awesome. Thanks, Eric. For a second there, Daniel, I thought you were talking about pirates doing Pilates. Then we're in trouble. HD Charazaku water slides fit under the HD Charazaku 2. I don't know. Maybe. Nick, I've become a fan of the Origin series. They have pretty nice detail. Does Mecha Warehouse carry any? We have a few Origins kits in stock right now. Trying to think which ones. I know we definitely have the Origins Granddaddy. I'm not sure which other ones. We probably have more coming. I just don't know when. Off the top of my head. Pirates doing Pilates, the musical. There you go. Now I'm rewatching Zeta and it reminded me I need more flying armors for my army. Definitely need more mobile armors and stuff. Jake, I really like the Origin kits. The Origin kits are good. I haven't built any myself, but I hear that from a lot of people. A lot of people are fans. They're like a step above the typical high grade. I need to make a note to grab a panel line marker. All right. B20, B16, J6. Try my hand at some resin. Any tips? I don't really have much on that. I've never done any resin. The only thing that I've heard is that you probably want to wear like a respirator or something, because the resin dust, if you're sanding and stuff, can be nasty and you don't really want to breathe that stuff in. 16 and 20. Here we go. So the Razor Crest pre-order was in the incoming list in Discord. Is a Mandalorian figure pre-order coming soon too? I hope so, Brewster. I know the Razor Crest, one of the two versions, I think it's the coating version, arrived and is in process being checked in. So those will probably start shipping this week. And I don't know when the Mandalorian's due in. Resin dust is toxic. Need to wear a respirator, and you need to clean your workspace thoroughly when you're done sanding each time. There you go. There's some good tips. Hey, howdy, a little late, but glad I still caught some sweet sanding action. What's up, Searchlight? Welcome. Oh yeah, different nippers. That's a good idea. I've definitely heard of people wrecking their favorite nippers working on resin. Use my exhaust fan to get rid of the dust while working with resin. There you go. I imagine working in like a spray booth kind of thing with the suction might be a decent idea. Just don't quote me on that since I've never done it. Haven't really researched it. I do not use God hands on resin. Although God hand does make resin nippers now, I think they would probably be the better nippers to use on resin. If you really prefer God hand. $8 nippers to cut the pieces off the runner, then my good nippers to clean it up. If you got that God hand money there, yeah, exactly. Big dog that likes to weld, be a dog, so resin is an absolute no-go. Mad Works nippers work good too. Oh, cool. If you have resin money, you got God hand money. Do God hand for resin, and I'm not going to recommend them. They do some nasty marks on a gate leftover. Interesting. I've never used them. I don't know what to compare them to. If anyone else makes resin specific nippers. Nick, did you enjoy building the Optimus Prime? I think that'll be my next build, and I was wondering how you felt about it. It's good. I've actually got it in pieces sitting up over here, if you can see, with some other stuff, trying to paint it. It was definitely a good build. It's kind of like a master grade. You can definitely tell it's not Bandai, in that some of the pieces don't fit quite as nicely and stuff like that, but solid kit. And considering there's not a whole ton of options for building Transformers out there, it's well worth it. think Godhand just put on a rugged nipper last year for resin. Yeah, that's what we've been talking about. Let's make sure you soak every part in purple power of water and dish soap overnight to degrease them. Anthony, do you do that before or after you like sand and work on them? Is that like the last step before painting, or is that like your first step when you get the stuff? Which Optimus did you build? The Flame Toys G1 Optimus. I would like show it to you, but it's in pieces. Actually, I got the manual over here. It's the Optimus Prime G1 version. I don't know where the soap process super rad. Glad to have made it on tonight. Hey Daniel, there's probably a lot of stuff. I'd probably Google, you know, resin kit tips or something. There's probably a ton of videos or articles about it out there. Soak first and clean, then do it afterwards as well. Okay. The G1 Flame Toys and loved it. Haven't had problems with it. Yeah, it's a solid kit. There are a few parts that I think I had a joint crack or something on mine. Nothing major that affected it in any functional way. I'm doing a Halloween themed kit. Any suggestions? Death Scythe, Devil, Death Army, already givens. Need something else. Well, Starscream need joints cracked. Flame Toys Devastator. I'm looking forward to snapping together. Those look cool too. Soaked after initial cleanup. Soak before painting. Make sure you have an organic respirator. Getting specific on the respirators. Halloween 3 and Grimgird. Interesting. Barbatos with Death Scythe wings. It's a cool idea. How does everyone feel about those unicorn sneakers? I could care less. I am definitely not a sneakerhead. I get shoes and I wear them, and that's my relationship with shoes. Mocha pool with Jacko paint. That'd be interesting. Ball detailed like a pumpkin. That'd be a pretty cool build. Especially if you, even better, do a Haro, one of the ones with the opening mouth or something, and you could cut a jack-o'-lantern shape into it. That would be really cool. Shoes look expensive. I'd rather buy a kit with that money. I'm totally there with you. So unless it's the first cast of a kit, you usually have to do some work to the parts. So watch buying a recast, maybe get a first print kit to start with. Another good tip. Now I need to do a pumpkin Haro lantern. If you do, definitely send pics my way. I want to see that. I kind of want to do one now too. Good thing I don't have any Haros behind me. Yeah, blanked on Haro. Yeah, that one sounds better. I heard a company's gonna make their own Nike decals, so the kits are not worth it either. I'm sure Nike will be happy about someone making decals with their logo. Polypod ball for jack-o'-lantern. That would be pretty cool. That's a lot of dedication though to do to a polypod ball. It's a fairly expensive kit to do crazy stuff like that. Mini Haro Pumpkin Contest. There you go. Oh man, if we weren't running the other contest right now, maybe I gotta do that on the Discord. Maybe we gotta have a quick pop-up Halloween contest. Maybe that'll be our next skill builder on the Discord. I like this idea. Halloween was growing in popularity in Japan. Halloween's definitely a thing in Japan. Next year's build challenges. I think it'd be good as like a skill builder, like a small Discord contest or something. Would be perfect. Be close to a different version. Yeah, it would be. It'd be very cool. Can I find a link to Discord? Jake, if you've purchased from us before, send me a DM or an email and I'll get you that link. It's not a public link for the Discord because it's for customers only, but if you've purchased from us before, just send me a note with your email address you used or something and I can get you hooked up. All right, let's do our first draw for the evening. We've got 3 prizes up for grabs. Let's put a number up in chat between 1 and 1,000. Number in chat between 1 and 1,000, and we will draw some numbers in a moment. Remember, 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number, or you risk being disqualified. And I only ship to or within the U.S. So if you are not in the U.S., just be prepared that we might have to work something out. Number 5 and number 9. Looks like the numbers are still coming in pretty hard and fast, so give it another moment. Separately, when you finish a run, are you sad or happy? I'm usually happy because it means I'm closer to being done. Anyone know a good way to sharpen the blade on nippers? I do not. I don't do much knife sharpening or anything like that, but hopefully somebody in here has some ideas or experience in that matter. And Bandai will reprint the older PGs in the future. I like the OG RX-78 and Zaku. I bet they will. Right now it's a capacity thing, so they might only print one or 2 PGs each quarter because it takes, a lot to print them. Interesting. I didn't know about the tinfoil technique. Did not know you could cut tinfoil or aluminum foil to sharpen scissors. That is pretty cool. Well, I got my money's worth tonight. Okay, throwing time up in the chat. Works on scissors. charge you for that info this time. It's in today's list of winning. So there's 3 kits up for grabs this time, or 2 kits and a tool. We've got the HG Crossbones X1 Full Cloth, Disc Bay Nippers, and 30-minute missions Alto White. Okay, gonna draw our first number. Is number 33 for the Crossbones. Good chance that's getting 1 since it's a low number. Disc Bay Nippers are 818. And the Alto White is 487. So 33, 818, 487. Somebody check and see if we got any winners. I'll confirm. And yeah, we'll get that stuff out. Cool beans. Oh my god, we got 2. This is nuts. Sometimes we get nothing for like 4 draws. And this time it looks like we've got multiple winners in the first draw. I'm gonna do these parts real quick and then I will do our confirmation. I had the numbers of the Alto, but not in the right order. I feel like we've had some tough streams lately with nearly no winners. Like we had to go to the last draw and multiple draws at the end. And here it looks like we're giving away 2 things in the first one. Alright, so looks like Paul did get it with the 33. And 818 was the other number. Jim Q. Nice. So our Disc Bay Nippers and the HG Crossbones X1 Full Cloth are both won. Paul and Jim Q, please send me a DM or an email, nick@mechawarehouse.com, and we'll get an order in to get those items shipped out. We still got that 30-minute missions Alto White, and I think I might have some extra stuff maybe we could add to the prize pool here since we got some early wins. Jim Q, you won the Disc Bay 3.0 Nippers. I think the box was a little dinged up, which is why we're giving away. But the nippers themselves will still be good to go inside. Congrats, guys. Leg is closing in here. Okay, XP 17 and 18. PC9. breaking my display when I finally build an MG or better. Nice. I really need to try a pair of 3.0s. I've been using my God hands for so long. They've been my go-to. Buying what to donate for the prizes. I've got a bunch of donations actually on the list, so I might pull one out of the previous ones. I think I got a list here. Or maybe I'll give away some Mecha Warehouse stuff. So that's always good too. I think I'm trying glass files, I think. It's for nubs, yep. Henry, I missed being in the streams these past few weeks. Had a crazy full amount of weeks that I've been able to tune in. Well, I'm glad you could make it tonight, Henry. I feel your pain though. I have been so busy myself lately. Losing my mind. Completely overwhelmed. Buried. Can't wait till I finish hiring this next person. Wrapping my lapel pin on my apron right now. Nice, Dylan. I gotta figure out what to do with my my pins. You need a vacation. I do need a vacation, but I need somebody who can, I don't know, keep everything from falling apart while I'm gone. But I totally agree. I definitely need a vacation. I would love to take a week or two off. Area I'd love to apply. We'll keep Mecha Warehouse running while you're on vacation, Nick. Yeah, I'm sure. Feel all of that. Been training someone for 2 weeks. Have another trainee at the second location. I'm going to start training a new guy this coming Monday. Yeah, that's the only. I'm not necessarily looking forward to training somebody. It's going to be a long and interesting process to get somebody fully up to speed, because I think this position is definitely covering stuff that's not as well documented or easy or single stream of consciousness kind of procedure. If I get all that done, I can finally maybe take like 3 days in a row. That'll be good. I say thanks for all your work, dude. You're literally been my go-to place for kits and have helped me support my hobbies so much, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who thinks this. Thanks, Andrew. Those little sanding things you're using. Joey, I'm using, these are just sanding sponges. I buy these bigger sheets, or bought, I guess. I bought these a long time ago, well before the business existed. I bought a ton of these from 3M, and I just cut the little pieces out. We've got kind of a similar equivalent from Tamiya. I think we got something similar from Infini as well up on the website. I'm not sure how they compare quality-wise, but it's a similar form factor. Three of my new people have the same amount of experience, and the first two have been a joy to train. I've been lucky this time. Well, it's always good. I found that uneventful Saturday, I can sit down and watch a stream. Nice, Dennis. Glad you could make it. I'm hoping whoever I find will be easy to train, but I won't find out until we get there. And like the real hard part is not knowing necessarily what I need to train them on. For Mecha Warehouse, I was overpaying most of the time. Could not find kits under $20. Sponge is my favorite. Cool, Corey. Right, one of these days, I'm definitely planning on it. I just don't know when. But I want to take like all the sanding sponges from all the manufacturers out there and sit down and do like an apples to apples comparison and see if any are actually better than others. See what the maybe certain ones are better value than others. And I think that would be very useful information. But it's definitely a time thing. Found those 3M sanding sponges on Amazon for cheap. Yeah, they're not bad price. MG and better were around 60 to 100. Like, WTF, yeah. All right, so we got leg number 2. AKA the left one. What is this? And there goes the right leg. He's not supposed to go all the way through. Alright, so what is going on? I had an apprentice a tech for 3 months, and that was my idiot son. Had a good chance of being real good, but then he just pieced out to his butt a mech wound. There we go. There is the satisfying click I was looking for. So he stands. One MG kit that I bought back in the day because everyone else wanted an arm and a leg. Mecha Warehouse hooked me up for about $5 for retail. Love it. Able to snap RG Unicorn. Stuff for decent price. Thanks for helping the backlog. Nice. Never knew you could pay retail on Gunpla. Always scalpers killing me. It's definitely there is definitely a what do you want to call it? Like education gap for some people, knowing what prices should be for things. It's really easy to be suckered into overpaying for things. All right, so I get to do these missile pods, and then the backpack, and then if we're lucky, we'll get onto the Gatling guns. Have enough of a backlog and wait for the kits to be reprinted. I think that's the way to go. That's how I think people should justify their backlogs, is that having a backlog of all the kits that you want that you could get at good prices means you don't need to buy kits at overinflated prices because you already have something to work on, and you can get the other ones when they get reprinted. There are some exceptions, like kits that you know will never be reprinted, or the thing you need to build for a contest or for some other reason where you need to have it right now. But for the average builder, we probably don't really ever need anything right now, other than our own egos or our desire to have the latest and greatest thing. Because otherwise, having a backlog is somewhat inefficient, because we might not ever get to some of these kits, things like that. But if you have them and you get them at a halfway decent price, then you can avoid scalpers and overpaying and all that nastiness. Starting to get the kits together to build a custom Gundam Arias from GBM, found HDX, HGF91, and Destiny. Backlog is huge, probably like 100 HD kits. It's sizable. My grandchildren will have kits to build. I've definitely talked about this before, but when I went down to Virginia back in February 2020, right before all the COVID stuff, I went down for the Old Dominion Open, which is a big IPMS event, big build contest basically for all sorts of model building. And one of the most interesting things was the number of tables there for people selling stuff that were all being sold by builders, particularly older builders that might be in their 70s or 80s and knew they weren't going to ever get to this stuff, and were trying to basically clear out their basements or hobby rooms or whatever so their kids wouldn't have to deal with it. And I think overall the Gundam building Gunpla community is on average younger than the community that builds tanks and airplanes and cars and all that kind of stuff. And so it's kind of like a vision of our future. But I think it's worthwhile if you do plan on building the kits eventually, and it helps you avoid overpaying for things. It means you can actually be more cautious on purchasing once you have a few kits on the backlog. I thought it was he who dies with the biggest backlog wins. On my backlogs, the combat pack kits like the Mark II with flying armor, Mark II with G Defensor, etc. Hey Nick, sent you a video to IG with my backlog. Let me know what you think about it. Take a look later. When does this happen? When does what happen? Opaque turnip. Oh yeah, I saw it today. I went to Orange Con out here in LA. Yeah, I bet they're all probably similar with that kind of stuff. Here in New Hampshire, there is an event on Sunday the 17th of October, I think, up in Manchester. And I plan on stopping by that one locally here. And I would not be surprised to see the same kind of thing going on, which should be fun. OD event you were talking about, so that was in February back. It was like the last weekend of February 2019 was the last one. I know they canceled it last year, 2020, because of COVID. I'm not sure if they plan on doing it again next year. Hopefully they will. If they will, hopefully I'll be in a place where I can head back out again. I want to go out to LA for the SCGMC, Southern California Gundam Model Competition. It's like a big Gundam specific model show. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to though, because I think I'd leave on like a Thursday to make the trip worthwhile, and I'm not sure I can disappear for 2 days and have the business not crumble. Be half a century in a few months and love building Gundams. Yeah, but that's different than, like, I think the number of 70 and 80 year old Gunpla builders is a lot lower than, say, 70 and 80 year old model tank builders, for example. My wife thinks my 18 kit backlog is huge. You should read the comments. Exactly. That's why you should show up to these things. Do about 25 MGs and a bunch of other stuff. It's the best kind of plastic cement for seam line removal. Used to be extra thin for whatever I need, but I've read people don't like it for seam removal. I use extra thin for seams. Healthy backlog. 8 my backlog, 4 income. That's not bad. So what part of Virginia was it? I'm located in the Nova area. It's Richmond, I think. It was a good time. Back before Mecha Warehouse was anywhere near the size we were now, and disappearing for a weekend was a easy thing. It didn't impact our shipping of orders very much. But I really want to go out to SCGMC if I can. Bring the videographer, try to go to Bluefin and see if we can interview some people there. See the hub where most of the Gunpla in the US come through, all that kind of stuff. Meet up with some people for some interviews, stuff like that. Talking about backlogs feels a bit personal. Are you triggered, Magnus? Mecha guest room. Practically have no build rate right now. I hear you there, Henry. I build my 2 hours every Saturday night, and I haven't touched anything else kit-wise in at least a month or two. CGMC in 2019, first time going, was awesome. I've heard it's a really good event. I really want to get out there. I'm sure it will be a lot of fun. If I can't make it this year, then next year it should be all but definite. Assuming the world doesn't explode again. Not gonna lie, I looked like looking at the art boxes on my backlog. And you start thinking about what to do with all the old boxes. I think I might start cutting the covers off or something and hanging them up in the new hobby room where we're setting up in the attic. Backlog is down to the 2 kits I bought today from a local shop. Glue paint kit that I'll probably put off forever. Got my old box, frame them. Frames are expensive though. See the front art from all my builds that are option sets. Nice. What are you working on? This is the MG Heavyarms Custom is what I am currently working on. Any future Zoids at Mecha Warehouse? Yes, there are Zoids up for pre-order right now, Rob. I forget off the top of my head when we'll see the first ones, but I think before the end of the year we'll see the first Zoids physically at Mecha Warehouse. Went down a few though. The O, Sosby for Ka, Eclipse MG, MKV, PG Exia. Won the SCGMC beginners category last year. Sad I can't fly this year. Cove ceilings up have box art slated to be applied. Nice. HGR MG. This is the MG. Pick someone's line of tops off the walls of the kits. Wife cut a bunch of tops. Made a really cool collage for Lyle's room. Nice. It's very cool. Cut the covers off so I can make like a collage. Just got a second goof to get the minigun shield for a custom. Only reason I bought that kit. Nice. Well, the rest of the kit is still pretty good as a base for another custom or something, so some good parts, stuff to have around for a rainy day. We're gonna do our second draw here in a minute. Bought a big straight cutter to get straight cuts. I like a paper cutter. It's probably a good idea. Ale Strike MG just for the striker pack so I can fit it on Eclipse. Nice. The Catapult action base is pretty sweet. Nice. It's always nice we pick up a sweet extra like that. All right, let's do our second draw of the evening. We'll draw for 2 prizes. That remaining kit, the 30-minute missions Alto White, and a mystery prize that I'll unveil when we have a winner. Let's put a number in the chat this time between 1 and 500. So number in the chat between 1 and 500. Remember, 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. And we only ship to US addresses. Okay. XB31 and D4. I guess we'll cut the other one at 33. 56. I'm on the wife pick tonight. Hoping for wife luck. Okay. D4. And I need D13. Do this part and then maybe I will pick numbers. Looks like but there's still a few coming in. All right, we're gonna call time here. Gotta admit, the Gundam Breaker mobile game, I'd be thinking about mixing parts just to match an in-game build. I think that's part of the strategy there. I still think they should start separating stuff up. What was the prize for the first draw? So we had 2 kits or 2 items we gave away: an HG Crossbones X1 and a Disbay Nipper. So for round 2 here, first prize, the Alto White, 142. 142 for the Alto White, and our mystery prize, 443. So 142, 443. Let me know if we have any winners, then I'll confirm, and if not, we'll hold whatever prizes for 3rd and or 4th draw. So Alto 142. Yeah, question. No winners. A lot more storage space by condensing boxes in each other and collapsing the lids on the smaller ones to preserve the art. Nice. definitely reuse a lot of boxes for things, storing stuff and organizing things, stuff like that. Finally made it. Working on repair build and planning tonight after some painting. Nice. Yeah, I had 144, so close. If you purchased a kit based on box art alone, then we're disappointed. I don't think I've ever purchased anything based on the box art myself. That's a good question for everybody. How much does box art weigh into that buying decision? A couple numbers pop up after time call. Just a reminder, make sure you're watching the live feed, not a few minutes back. Good call, Searchlight. There's definitely a slight delay from when I talk and when the messages come through, I think. So there's always going to be a little bit of a delay just because of the technology side of things. But if you're way behind, that's definitely a problem too. You should buy a kit based on the copyright you're in the bottom left of the box art. RG's Zephyranthes. I loved how it looked on the box. The kit is a hand grenade. Just hate the look of the boxes. About the build divers kits because okay, that's connected. I got hands yesterday. I started building during the Zoom. Speeds things up. Like whoa, yeah, or definitely. Good nippers are worth their weight in gold. If you got the spare cash for them anyway. I already spent a lot of time looking up suits because I'm gonna break a mobile, so all the ones I got are all ones I collected in the game. Cool. My old vinyl records based on artwork all the time. Make great wall pieces. If I get to go to Fukuoka after the 1-1 new is up, I'll go find a shop with back parts to pick and choose randoms for the in-game builds matching. Yeah, I guess that's where, like, I feel like Bandai should, if they were really on their game, they would start offering a service to buy parts segmented like they would be in the games, that you could do that stuff. So you can go and order, you know, some legs from this kit and an arms from that kit and stuff like that. But I imagine the logistics for that is a huge headache. People get a chrome surface that actually lasts for stuff like a plated finish, Molto markers, and the chrome Gundam marker. Both are pretty fragile paint you can't really touch. Love a pick apart to happen. Yeah, that would be great. I feel like that would be that should be part of their game. You should be able to go to the buy button and it will just send you the parts you need to build the mobile suit you designed in the game. Blair, it really is. Yeah, I bet. There's way too much involved in trying to keep all that stuff straight. So I just laugh when people message me and ask if I sell spare parts. So sticker sheets once in a kit. You won the lottery, or the reverse lottery, because no one actually wants the stickers. Oh, looks like I missed a sub. Logan Hooker, thanks for the sub 20 minutes ago. You miss 110% of the shots you don't take. There you go. You guys getting any MG EXs in stock? I don't think we have any on the way. What streaming software do you use, Nick? Evil Hippie, I use Streamlabs OBS, or Slobs, as some people refer to it. I was using the other OBS for a while, but it's definitely not quite the same. I don't know. It's not as good. Digging this anti-ship rifle. Chat Saku came with. I think I'm going to actually try and paint it. Cool. Dennis D just rewatched Stardust Memory. Man, we actually I started watching that one with my wife this week. I watched it a while ago, but I think there's a question about the Zephyranthes from trying to get information up to date on some order or something, and so she was trying to figure out, I think, the name Zephyranthes and trying to see how it should be spelled and what it applies to, and so she started watching one, and next thing I know she wanted to watch the series, so we started it. OBS Studio, yeah, it feels so much more limited. Yeah, Slobs is definitely easier. It's definitely the better of the two. All right, like 5 more parts, I think, to get this leg thing done, and then it's backpack time. What takes is the 80s theme music to suck you into Devil 83. It is super 80s. Alright, I think that runner's down. Well, 83 equals Gundam Top Gun, and I love it. Those kits do need a 2.0 badly, though. Stardust is still my favorite series. This is a good one. She got roped in. I tried to start her on like 8th MS team a while back, thinking that like there's a whole love story in there, and she just could not get into it. But apparently, Gundam Top Gun, she's all over it. The pocket wrecked me. She and Mav and Goose, apparently. Women prefer IBO because of shirtless Orga. South Burning, sweet pilot name. Oh man. Dumpy decals for MGGPO3, the only ones out there. I'm not sure. Can't confirm Victoria is an Orga fan. That is funny. I think they should do an OVA of Gundam Sentinel if Bandai buys the rights. There are so many series they need to animate. I guess it's a so many to do and so little time kind of problem. What do you do with your spent runners? So far I've just been like throwing them off to the side. Trying to condense some of them and cut them up because I think I'm going to use the parts for something at some point. But ultimately, I think I'll be just trashing a bunch of them at some point. I remember to ask, but will the Gremory be back in stock this month? Be in stock this month? I don't know. I don't have my confirmations yet. I was supposed to get them early this week, which to me means Monday, Tuesday. When I followed up on Thursday, I think, late Thursday, I got word that there were some delays and that I should expect them early next week. So I'll hopefully know what's coming in at that point. And then any of these new kits, the pre-orders will go up as soon as I can get them up after that. I couldn't get an IBO at first. After about 5 episodes, I was all in. I still need to watch IBO. It's not one I've had a chance to yet. But I think I should make it work and find some time. Fury and Virtue times 2. Only seen season 1 of IBO. How can we see the order history on the site? I don't think you can. I don't think there is a public facing order history because we don't have accounts. You can thank me later when your significant other can't figure out how much stuff you've purchased, but maybe at some point we'll add that. It's not a super high priority for me right now, though, with everything else going on and eating time. Shop app will show you what you've ordered and when, I think. Oh, that might be true if you've got Shop app. New IBO and UC animation coming up. Yep, that should be exciting. Be interesting to see what kits come out of that. Seen an order history on email, but didn't know if I could access it on there. I don't think, probably not directly on our site, I don't think. But if you've got Shop app, it probably will do it for you. But I don't presently know of a way to access that information from our website directly. I didn't stick to UC timeline, but I really liked Wing because of the political intricacies. I think that's the first time I've seen someone say they liked Wing for that stuff, which is cool. I feel like most people are like, I like Wing except for the political stuff. That they're making Kukuru's Doan's Island movie because Tamino struck that episode from all international syndication. It's really funny. I don't know enough about that, Jiming, to really comment there, but reading between the lines, I think I know what you're talking about. As an adult and now rewatching Wing, I can say that the best thing I like about Wing was the Endless Waltz movie. EW was good. It was a bit out there in the ideologies it presented. I think I can agree with that. Cruise Dawn's Island was the original Mobile Suit Gundam episode 16, but Tamino had it removed from the international broadcast because of how off-model the animation is. Oh, I see. Is that where all the really bad pictures, bad images of the original Gundam come from? Yep, sketchy animation on that island. The Zaku's shoulder switches sides. Whoops. Yeah, the bad Gundam and Zaku mostly come from that episode. Zaku with 4 style of heads. Long leg Zaku. The Wing as a teen, angsty soap opera. As I saw it first as a teen, it was exactly what my angsty teen wanted. And GSC's website's loaded with gifts that took forever to load. Ah, the good old days. Alright. Got both leg missile packs. So, looks like backpack time. Wow, you're almost there, Nick. Heavyarms is almost finished. Yep, it's closing in on the finish line on this one. Okay, F24 times 2. TV animation is exciting too, especially one with the subtitle like The Witch from Mercury. Yeah, that'd be really interesting. Has anyone seen any details on what that's about now? Yet? Okay, E29 and 30. No more info on the show as of now. That's it's kind of a bummer. No details other than The Witch is an IBO spinoff. It'd be really cool to know more about it. I'm sure details will come out when they're ready, but thank you for the subscribe, Jonas Cabrera. Gonna do this next draw momentarily here. We know so far that shorthanded is G-Witch and geared towards a younger audience. Interesting. Rad. If it's another universe, I'd love G-Reco to get more depth. Be interesting. All right, so let's do this next next giveaway draw. So this is draw number 3. Let's put a number this time between 1 and 250. 1 and 250. I will draw some numbers in a few minutes. Remember, only post one number per person. Do not delete or change your number or you risk being disqualified. And I only ship to US addresses, so if you are not at a US address, you might want to think of a friend who is. Wait a moment here, and then I will pick some numbers out for two remaining prizes. Like 3 is a sweet spot for duplicate kits to buy. Depends on the kit and what you're buying, I think. I know over the years I've bought a lot more than that in terms of Leos and stuff like that, but there's other stuff where 3 seems to be a lot. One to keep for future build, one to build straight and pretty, and one to customize. Depends on the build, I think. All right, I'm calling time. Two numbers. First one for the Alto White, 166. 166 for the Alto White, and 35 for the mystery prize. 166 and 35. So let me know if we have a winner, and I'll confirm. Been trying to think what I'm gonna do after I finish the heavy arms. Kind of want to mix it up and get onto something completely different, but I'm also kind of want to keep going with the Wing series and do either Shenlong, Tall Geese 2, not Shenlong, Ultron, Tall Geese 2, or Sandrock Custom, but I'm not totally sure. Martin and Area Moon, that would be an interesting one. I was off. One off with 167. Whoops. So close, yet so far. Don't understand EW redesigns. I don't know. Sandrock is almost the same build if it's the MG. So is the MG Shenlong. Yeah, they're very similar. So that's why I don't know if I want to space them out and take a break, or if I want to just chug right into the next one. So it looks like area Amau 35 for the mystery prize. So congratulations on that. I think I'll give you a choice maybe. Let me just look for the Alto real quick. Looks like we got no Alto. So that Alto will move on for one more drawing. 35 is apparently a tie. I only saw 135. But I will double check. Yeah, I only saw one winner for 35. You guys can let me know if anyone sees another one that I missed. So area Amau, I will give you the choice between a poster. I think I've got a signed poster left. A pin or a patch. So send me an email, nick@mechawarehouse.com, or a DM, and we'll get one of those scheduled to go out. We got that Alto left for our final drawing. Okay, E26 and E25 and 26 and F22. More Gundams from G Gundam. I don't have any G Gundam kits, I think. I never watched G Gundam. I'm not super into it, at least yet, so. Like trying hard not to increase my like work in progress backlog too much until I can catch up on that stuff, but Moon would be good. I also kind of want to do one of those artifacts. I don't know if it's something I want to build on stream or not, but I think that might be cool. Might be informative for anybody thinking about them, but on the line to kind of see one built. Build the RG Wing Gundam. I don't think I have any of those right now. Like personally, the shop has them. Apparently they're kind of hard to build though. Yeah, it's kind of what I've heard. I watched a review, and the review I watched, the reviewer was talking about them being challenging. Because the parts are so small. Looking forward to this artifact kits, perfect scale for wargaming. Yeah, I think that'd be cool for that. Be interesting trying to paint them, I think. back from getting my pilot juice. What is your pilot juice, Joseph? Use a Wheel of Death app to decide the grade and kit I do next, unless I have something I really want to build. Yeah, so I don't want to just like pick things at random because I want to kind of methodically go through things. I've got a decent like backlog of partially finished stuff, things that, you know, maybe need decals or paint or whatever. And so I don't want, ideally I want to work that work in progress backlog down faster than I add new items to it. Juice for pilots or juiced fresh from? Good question. So like a lot of these other master grades, like I know this kit and the other wing master grades that I got, the P Bandai ones, relatively recently, I plan on at least one each. Just snap building, top coating, and decaling and stuff. So that's why I did this one, because it's a relatively easy detail job, because I won't be fully painting it. Popped in to say hello. What's up, Brian D? Lemonade, sour ale, the new types juice. Nice. Oh, Top Noid asks, what are Gundam artifacts? Jiming says 3-inch kits by Bandai Shokugan that are cast in a single resin-like color. I think they're actually more like 2.5 inch. They're even smaller. But they are, like with single color, they're tiny. Sounds like the plastic mold quality isn't quite what we're used to compared to most other Bandai stuff, because it's Shokugan and it's, you know, supposed to be like a candy toy. You know when you're expecting the high news to arrive? I don't. I think they're due in, but I don't know that I've seen them ship yet. So hopefully sooner rather than later, but things have been so unpredictable lately, I don't really feel super comfortable trying to guess. Business is voiding business, not inappropriate business. Hit Shokugan, not Bandai Hobby, like Gunpla, right? Apparently it's deceptive having it be a candy toy too, because they're definitely not like a thing for young kids based on how difficult they are. Also looks like we'll probably have one more stream of this, probably doing some detail work on it, finishing the Gatling guns, and if I have extra time, I might do like an SD kit or something. Still no news on a second run for Eclipse. There might have been Eclipse on the order form for early next year. I have to double check. I didn't really memorize what was on there, but it's possible. And I think I saw more Virtue, for example. Looks like they're resin, but are normal kits. They're normal plastic. I think they're ABS. Giant backpack is a big selling point for kits for me. You resin printed any custom parts rebuilds? I haven't. Excuse me. I kind of want to get into resin stuff, resin printing at some point. For diorama work and stuff would be really cool, among other things. I just don't know when I'll have time to really focus on something like that. I barely have time to just build. Like, is there a way to bend or heat a cutting mat back in a flat position? Mine is all wavy. I'm not sure, Kyle. It's a good question. Before I applied heat to one, I would probably start by just like putting some heavy books or something on it for a while and just seeing if the weight kind of helps it settle before you did something that might risk damaging it or something. Ordered the backpack off P-Band in hopes I'd actually get my hands on one before I got the Striker pack in January, but I ain't about to drop 150 to 200 on one. Clips was on the Q1 forum, just don't remember which month. Yeah, it should be. I thought I saw it. I know I saw like PG Unleashed, like all these really popular kits are definitely going to come back around. I can't imagine they take a kit that they had to severely limit quantities on from what everybody wanted and then not attempt to reprint it. So I'm sure we'll see some more. Seen the MG GM2 on an order sheet. It doesn't sound familiar, but I looked through it very briefly last night, kind of looking for some specific things. So I'm not 100% sure. Doesn't sound familiar though. That'd be cool if they'd open a factory in the US so everyone would be happy. I doubt they will, at least not anytime soon, because those molds, they're not about to ship all the molds over here to do some runs and then ship them back. I think that'd be really risky, so. Most likely will not see a US factory anytime soon. You're gonna go watch Venom, Nick? Probably not. I haven't seen Venom, the first one yet. I'll probably just wait for it to be on Amazon or wherever. I want to watch the original. There's not much that I think would draw me into a movie theater these days. Although the new Matrix one has me intrigued. Because I was big into the earlier Matrix movies, and that was like high school era for me, so. GM2 is actually P-Band I get. Well, there you go. Then I wouldn't see it. Do you know when Phaz might come back in? I needed to complete my Sentinel trio. I don't know. I haven't seen much about the Dune movie. That's cool that it sounds good. I love the books. Okay, F28. I'm gonna see The Matrix and haven't been in theaters in 2 years. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been in a theater. victory kits on order, HG or MG? Man, I couldn't tell you, probably, but without going to look things up, I don't really have the answers to most of these kind of questions. And until I can have somebody sit here with the sheet and answer those questions for me, I'm going to have to just take the easy way out. Let's get done painting a Z-Gok. Cool little guy, quick build. Looks cool, nice. I don't know how the theaters are doing around here, but I imagine they're probably fairly busy. Yeah, music intensifies, getting close to the end here. At least the end for the night. It's like mainly weapons next week. New Hampshire's been very, like, normal, relatively speaking. And I can make a new factory soon to help with the spike in demand. I hope so too. These are cool, it's just that they haven't been making good movies. Yeah, with like a lot of movies are like going straight to digital now too, so it's kind of hard to justify the cost of going to a movie theater when you can just get together with your friends and not have to deal with the trouble of going to the theater and all that stuff. Like, there's definitely an experience seeing a movie in the theater, but how much do we care? TVs are getting better, home sound systems are getting better. I'll watch an original movie, no remake or reboot. So late to stream, my bad. Hey Andy, what's up? Sean tried to go see Venom and they were sold out from 7 o'clock on. Oh wow. Everything is either based on a book or reboot. Give me something new. Yeah, well, there's not much new and original these days at all, anywhere. The one movie I saw recently that was really interesting, we watched Archive. It's up on Amazon. The movie's got some robots in it and stuff. I want to see that one. That was, I really kind of enjoyed. Actually, they made the movie PG-13. Imagine any movie with carnage in it should be rated R. I'll end to be a hybrid human of some sort. Do you like the Karate Kid movies? Not really. Mostly because I do real karate, full contact stuff, and it's hard to watch martial arts movies if you're really into martial arts unless they're really well done, because they tend to you know, ruin stuff and you know too much about the subject matter to get into it. It's like the same thing if you're big into guns. Any sort of movie that's got guns in it, you see all the flaws in all sorts of movies. If you're, I'm sure if you're into driving and cars, you see flaws in that kind of stuff sometimes, and you know, whatever other stuff. I'm sure if they made a movie about building Gunpla, unless it was really well done, we'd all be complaining about it. Shotokan, no. Kyokushin. Alright, so we've got everything built for the Gundam itself. We got the backpack, got the legs all done. So next time, cannot defend against crane technique. If Crane and Gunpla were off the list of hobbies, what would your sit down and active hobby be? So active would be jiu-jitsu, because it already is. That's the other thing I do martial arts wise. And sit down stuff, I don't know, I'd be into painting miniatures probably. I love doing that with Games Workshop stuff, playing 40K and building and painting that stuff would be pretty cool. Do the mask for the kit? Yes, the kit did come with the mask. So I'll probably do the weapons next time, the mask. I'll probably do some detail stuff. And we'll see what else I can do. I have some backup plans or start on the next kit next time. Let's do one more draw though. We do have this Alto white still available, so let's put a number in the chat this time between 1 and 80, since we've got about 80 viewers right now. So number between 1 and 80, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number, and we only ship to US addresses, and a thing to read off or something. And we'll draw for this final prize and hopefully have a winner. Excited to get the weapons for this thing, because that's basically they're really the main new part of this kit. Looks solid. It's definitely a good kit. I built the regular version, the non-P Bandai release version of this kit, and it was a solid build. So this one will probably be in a open hatch pose when I get it all built. Blue, much better than the orange and red. It's a good color scheme. I just don't like the some of these colors, like this tealish kind of blue color. It seems to mark up pretty significantly with nubs and stuff. By the way, it looks much closer to Cersei Gustav Karl from Hathaway's Flash, but the white is a good contrast. Yeah, it's a cool color scheme. I definitely like it. Okay, throwing time in the chat. Got one number to draw between 1 and 80. Number 38. A lot of 30s numbers this time. 38. Looks Looks like we got no winner with 38. I'm going to draw any weather in the weapons systems. I do a dry brush using metallic paint. Probably not. I think I might try painting the missiles and the Gatling guns. So I might do that with panel lining. Looks like nothing with 30. I'll draw one more number against the same range, and if not, then we'll roll the Alto over for next week. 21 for attempt number 2. Looks like we might have a couple 21s. So I see Jason Galloway and Cole Smith for 21. The missiles color accurate. I don't think they are. I'll probably do them like bronze. First draw. So we got, yeah, Jason Galloway and Cole Smith. So Cole Smith and Jason Galloway, if you guys want to throw out heads or tails, we will flip the magical Discord challenge coin here and determine who wins. So whoever calls it first. Looks like Jason Galloway calls heads, so it flips heads and tails. So if it's heads, Jason Galloway wins. If it's tails, Cole Smith wins. Has anyone started keeping track of the heads versus tails numbers yet on these? Looks like we got heads again. So Jason Galloway, congrats on the win. You can send me a DM or an email, nick@mechawarehouse.com, and we will get that out to you. So with all that said and done, I think we are probably done tonight. In fact, Cole, why don't you send me a DM? I'll send you something small, like a patch or something. You can send me something too, and I'll get something out to you too. So yeah, thank you all for coming by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. We'll be doing it again next week, I believe. Same time, 8:30 Eastern, giving away some more cool stuff, doing the weapons for this, maybe starting the next thing, and yeah, so see you all next time. Thank you for showing up. Take advantage of that live 10 code if you haven't yet, if you're thinking about buying something. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff, and see you all next